Good morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with the next puzzle in the Hamilton Sudoku series. This is Can You Say No to This by Maria Reynolds. And yeah, I hope no one who ever plays Peggy and Mariah ever sees this, because while it's really clever and everything, it's kind of unflattering, but very, very clever and very cool. And I kind of like it. It's very silly, and I like silly sometimes. Not always, sometimes. Um, yeah, sometimes. And this is funny. I really, really like it. So, um, what else is going on the channel? I'm doing the Hamilton Sudoku series, which is a set of puzzles themed around the musical Hamilton. I do not know who's creating these puzzles. They're all being created anonymously and sent to me by one person who I may have created one of them. I don't know. Or some of them. I do not know. But what has happened is I'm been after more approachable puzzles that at times of turmoil or when my life is pretty hectic that I can just knock out. And I wanted to do a Hamilton series, even though I'm not really in the middle of those. I wanted to do some Hamilton puzzles because Hamilton just finished in Australia, and I was unable to be at the final show. But yeah, I only managed 58 shows in Australia only. And I'll be at Hamilton in New Zealand in about a month, and I'll be taking some time off. So I'm going to use more of these puzzles for that. But there's going to be quite a few of them. But even if you're not a fan of the musical or musicals at all, just enjoy the puzzles. The puzzles are still cool. You can just completely ignore the theme and the puzzles are still fine. So that's an important thing with these. And I'm very, very glad that they were the people who set these, don't know who they are, were able to make them work. I've got a good idea of who's involved, but who's creating specific puzzles, I have no clue. Anyway, other things going on the channel. I'm still looking at trying to arrange doing another puzzle game with Felinae, a two-player puzzle game where she will stream her half on her channel and I will do my half on mine. And I'm hoping to get some more guest solvers on the channel soon. The results of the people who submitted and suggested puzzles to win copies of World of Sudoku Volume 8 should be coming out soon. Yeah, we will see how it all goes. Let's have a look at this puzzle. So, normal Sudoku rules apply. So, in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have two types of lines in this puzzle. We have green German whisper lines, and along these lines, the green line, adjacent digits must have a difference of at least 5. And then we've got the orange Dutch whisper lines, where the digits must have a difference of at least 4. Last time I did a Dutch whisper puzzle on my channel, I think it turned into a huge debacle. It was an approachable puzzle, and I think I took 90 minutes, and then I ended up having to re-record, and it was just horrible. It wasn't the puzzle, it was me. I just could not wrap my head around it. And then we've got digits in the bordered circles must be odd. That's what we've got for this puzzle. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer because all of these were were created and loaded a few days ago in order to go. Let's give this a shot. So I am getting the feeling like I can see 5 is in one of these two cells. And the reason for that is, and I've covered this a lot recently, German whisper lines. You can never put 5 on a German whisper line because of the 5 difference. 5 down from 5 would be 0 or lower, outside of the range of Sudoku digits. 5 up would be 10 or higher, again outside the range of Sudoku digits. So if a digit is lower than 5, because you can't use 5, then the 5 difference means you can't go down. You're outside of the range of reality in Sudoku. And if you go up, you must leapfrog the 5 because of the 5 difference. And vis-a-vis, if you are above 5, you can't go up, you must go down, and you must leapfrog the 5. So along the line, it will always alternate high-low. But because I can never put 5 in any of these cells or any of those because of the 5 it sees, 5 must be in one of those two. Now, 5 is not in any of these. So 5 is in one of those two. So that is not the 5, and this is a 5. And I have a digit. But it's not giving me much. I kind of want to color this line because of that alternating polarity, high, low, high, low. So that are all one type of high, low. And these The other digits on the line are all a different type of high-low. I've remapped all my colors and to be more something that I'm comfortable with, and they're in different positions than I am used to. Now, it's probably an interaction between the German and the Dutch whispers. So, a Dutch whisper line will also alternate high-low unless the digit is a 5, in my understanding. Because if you go 1, you can't go to 2, 3, 4, they're too close, but you could go to 5. So, and similarly, 2 can't go to 1, it has to go up. But a 2 will always be 6, 7, 8, 9. A 3 can't go down, it will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. And a 4 can't go down because 1 is too close. It's only 3 away. And when you go up, it's 8, 9, 10. Oh, sorry, 8 or 9. Why did I say 10? 8 or 9. So the only digits where you can stay within the same polarity on a Dutch whisper line is if you can put a 5 on the line, you can go 1, 5 or 9, 5. Apart from that, they will alternate. But on this line, for example, none of those digits can take a 5. So this must also alternate high-low. So this must be purple, this must be purple, this must be purple, these must be green. But this one could be 5. So I can't say that's purple. This can't be a 5 because of that one. So this must be purple. And these can't be 5 because of that. So I can again go purple, purple. And these must be green. And now I've got all the greens in this column. So these two are purple. And this can't be a 5 either. So this is actually purple. Right. So I'm getting some high-low colouring here. Now these are actually low, as is that. Now I use blue for low. These are odd. So these are 1, 3, 7 or 9. That one's not 3. I'm not going to colour for odd even. But this could be a 5. Now I've got all 4 purples in this row. So these are both green. Hang on, I've got 3 greens here. If these were low, I'd have 5 low digits. Green is high. And purple is low. And this sees 2, 3, and 4. This is a 1. This is a 2 or a 3. That is a really cool opening. So these are 6, 7, 8, 9. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to actually pencil mark that many options? I'm not sure. Now this is 1, 3, or 4, and it could be any of them. Now this is 1, 2, or 3, which allows for lots of options. This is now a 5. And it has been from the beginning because the 2 given 5s put 5 here. I couldn't put 5 here because it saw a 5 and I can't put 5 here on a whisper line. Which means 5 is in one of those 2. Not wrapping my head around this fully. Now this is 1 because it sees 2, 3, and 4 and must be a low digit, which frees all of these up. Now 2 and 3 means that these are from 7, 8, 9. They can't be 6. What about this whisper line? Whatever that is, it's taking the last digits of that type in the row. So if these are green, those are all the same high-low. So again, I could go green here, and these would all be purple. Now, if this was 2 or 3, this would be 6, because these would be from 7, 8, 9. This can't be 1. So if this was 2, 3 because it was low, these would be from 7, 8, 9 because that's all that could go next to 2, 3. This would be 6, and both of those would be 1. Wait a minute. I've got 4 blues here. Purple is high. So green is actually low because I had the 4 blues in this box already. So these are low. This is high. So this is not 1. This is a high digit because of the 1 here. And one of these is high, one of these is low. This is a 4-5 pair because I can't put 4 in any of those, and I can't put 4 or 5 there. This is a 4-5 pair. And these are now all high. This is 2 or 3. So these are 7, 8, 9 because that's all that can be next to 2 or 3 is 7, 8, 9. So this is not 7, 9. This is a low digit. And this is a high digit, which means it has to be a 6. There's a 4 in one of those, forced by the fact that these are the low digits and I can't put 4 in any of those. There's a 4 in one of those, so that has to be a 9. Whichever one of these is a 4, 5 away from 4 is 9. So there is no 9 here. This is 6, 7, or 8. There's a 6 in one of those, which means one of those is a 1. Which means these are from 2, 3, 4. I can't put a 1 in them. One of those is a 1, and that is not a 1, and this is not a 1. So, okay, let me follow that one through. 6 has to be in one of these two because they're just because of the position of the high digits. Whichever one of these is a 6 is going to force a 1 into one of these two, which means that I can't put a 1 in either of those two, which means 1 is in one of those, which took 1 out of both of those. Not sure what to do with that yet. I know 6 is in one of those two, so 1 is also in one of those two. Well, actually, this is a 6-9 pair, and this is a 7-8 pair. So this is the 2-3. That's the low digit. And this is 6, 7, or 8, which is a high digit. Hang on, if 6 is here, 6 is here, 6 here, 6 here would make both of those 1. I think that's okay. It's probably something on the Dutch Whisper, and I'm going to be terrible at them. Going to be terrible at them. Neither of these can be 4 because I can't put 9 in either of these. So these are from 1, 2, 3. Neither of those can be 4. So 4 is in one of those two. But these are still wide open. 5 is in here, and these are 4 low digits. Both of those are high. This is a high and a low. If this was high, it'd be 7 or 8. I don't see a problem there. This is 7, 8, or 9. It can't be 6, because if this was a 6, both of those would be 1. These have definitely ramped up in difficulty. This is the 4 because of the column 1, 2, 3, and 4. I should have noticed that a while ago. This is 1, 2, 3, giving me a 1, 2, 3 here, which is fine. 2 is in one of those two, but I'm not sure that matters. This is 1, 2, 3, which means 4 is in one of those two. This is now low because I've got 4 highs in the box and a 5. That could be any low. These are from 7, 8, 9. So 6 is in one of those two. 6 is in one of those. And one of those. These are definitely ramping up in difficulty. There's definitely a 6 in one of those. But 6 can go next to either 2 or 3. No, it can't go next to 3. Hang on, there's a 6 in one of these two because of the high positions in the column. And 6 and 3 are only 3 apart. That's a 2. So there's no 2 there. This is 1, 3, 4, and there must be a 2 in there, so there's no 2 there. This is 1, 3, 4, and it still could be 4 if both of those are 9. But it does mean 2 is in one of those two. This can't be a 6 anymore because I can't put a 1 there. It actually couldn't be for ages. So this is 7, 8, 9. 6 is in one of those two. 6 is in one of those two. I don't have the same pressure over here. This is 1 or 3. Oh man, this is ramped up. 2 or 4. Because it sees 1 and 3. Sorry, complete dead air, but I'm not sure what I'm looking at. So this is also 1, 2, 3. So there must be a 4 down here. So this is 1, 2, 3. So there must be a 4 up here. So one of these two is a... Wait a minute. This can't be a 4. This is a 1, 2, 3 because the 4 must be up here for the column. Wait, this is kind of tricky. The 4 must be up here for the column. So this is 1, 2, 3. So now 4 is in one of these two spots. And whichever one of those is a 4 puts a 9 in one of those two. If I put a 9 here, neither of those can be 4. That must be the 7. That's tricky. So there's no 7 there. There's no 7 in either of those. Which is done less than I would have thought. This is now a 6-7 pair. So one of these is a 9, one of those is a 9. So these are from 6, 7, and 8. So this weird shape of 9s going on. If that's a 4, that's a 9, that's a 9, that's a 9. If that's a 4, that's a 9, that's a 9, and that's a 9. I'm sorry I said approachable at the start of this. Because I'm feeling very stuck. Maybe this can't be a 4. Because that would make that a 4. I'm wondering if there's a problem with 4 in this box. No, I don't think there is. This is 7, 8, 9. So we know 6 is in... Oh, right. This is 7, 8, 9 because I can't make both of those 1. So 6 is in one of those two. So this can't be a 3. This is the 1. 6 is in one of those two. These are both low, by the way, and that's been there for ages. But 6 is in one of those two because I can't put 6 there because I can't make both of those 1. So this means this couldn't be a 3. This is the 1. These are 2, 3, and 4. This is not 2. That's a 3, 4 pair now. Which means this is the 5, this is the 4. This is low, and 5 is in one of those two. This is not a 1 anymore. And this can't be a 6. 6 in this box can't go into those and can't go into those. So 6 in this row has to be in these 3 cells, which means that's the 6. This is the 1. This is not easy. That means this is not a 6. The 7, 8 pair means that that's the 9, that's the 8, which means this is not the 4. And in this row, that's the 4, which means that's the 9. 4 is in one of those two. And there's a whole heap of stuff that's going to come off this if I pay attention. If I pay attention. I just got to remember what I did to kick all that off. This 6 makes this 9, which makes this 6, which makes this 1. So this is a 2, 3 because of the column, which means this is the 1, this is the 3, this is the 2, this is the 1, this is the 3, this is the 2, and that's just following column and box logic. This 1 looks back making this 3, this 2, this has to be 4, this has to be 1. The 4 looks down making this 3 and this 4. The 3, 4 pair here, by the way, made this 2, but I may have only just got that. This is not 2. There's a 1 in one of those two, and this 1 means it's not that one. This is the 1. Let's make it low. I'm not sure the colouring is helping me anymore, but we'll keep it. This is 7, 8, 9, which we know is high. 3 is not here. These are all the high digits. There's no 9 here, by the way. This is a 7, 8 pair, and this has to be the other low digit. This is a 2, 4 pair for the row. So this 2, 4 pair, this can't be the 4, because why did I get this couldn't be 4? Because I needed 4 in the column. So this is not the 4. This is the 2, this is the 4, this is a 3. Now these have to now be high digits. This is 6, 7, or 8. Now, just making sure I'm still recording because I just got notifications that my internet died. 2 goes down to 3, which makes this 2, which means this could be 7, 8, 9. This could still be 7, 8. Oh, this 3 makes this 2, which allows this to be anything. Sorry, my computer is screaming at me because the internet's disappeared. It's a little distracting. 3 is in one of those two by Sudoku. So this could be any high digit because of the whisper line. This could be any high digit because of the whisper line. 8 and 9 are both possible because of the whisper line. 8 and 9 are both possible because of the whisper line. This could be any high digit. It can't be 6 anymore because 6 is too close to 3. So this is the 6, which means this is not the 6. This is the 6. 3 and 6 are too close. So this is 7, 8, or 9. And 3 and 7 are fine. It can't be 9 though. Okay. Now, if this is 5, this is 9. But I think that's still okay. So this is 7, 8, or 9. It's really distracting how much noise my computer makes when the internet goes away. Computers expect to be on the internet these days. There's no 9 here. 4 is in one of those two. This can't be a 7 because it's next to a 3. That gives me an 8, 9 pair, which makes this the 7. Is it this quadruple? 3, 4, 5, 8? 3, 4, 5, 8. So this is a 5 or an 8 only because it sees 3 and 4. This sees 3-4. This is 5-8. This is a 3-4 pair. So those are low. The 5-8, not seeing it. I am not seeing it at all. This is not the easiest of puzzles. I'm nearly half an hour. Sorry, I just need to quickly try and get my Discord working. I think that's good. I mean, I could just fully pencil mark this entire grid and see what I end up with, but this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. These are 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. I'm literally down to pencil marking nearly everything. Like, I know 4 is in one of those two, but that's because 4s now are just in those cells. That's fine. 3 is in one of those two because 3s are in those cells, and that's all that's left. And I've got all the 1s and all the 2s. And I don't see how the whisper lines at this point in the puzzle are giving me anything at all. Okay, this is not a 6. So 6 is in one of those two. So what am I missing from this column? 5, 6, 7, and 8. And there's no 6 there. Is there a chain on this? Which is not what I'm expecting from a puzzle that had been listed as approachable. Like, if that's a 7, then that's... hang on, if that's a 7, then that's a 7. Hang on, 7 is in one of those two. 7 is in one of those two. This is a 6, 7. Oh, this 9 made this 8. That's what I needed to care about. This is a 6, 7 pair, which means there's no 7 here. There's no 8 in those. These are 7 and 9. That 8 makes this 9, which means this is 8, this is 7, this is 8, this is 7. It was basic Sudoku. There's no 7 here. This is a 6, 9 pair. It was basic Sudoku. So this is 5, 7, or 8, giving me a 5, 7, 8 triple. So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 and 9? So what's the next basic Sudoku I've missed? I'm very tempted to turn the pencil mark checker on to see what it is I'm missing, because I know 7 is in one of those two cells, because the 6, 7 is looking down, meaning it can't be here. And it can't be down here. So 7 is in one of these two. And one of those two. 7 is in one of those two and one of those two. Right, this is not a 7. This is a 5-8 pair. That's been there for a while, which means this is the 7. This is the 6. This is the 8. The 6 makes this 7 and this 6. This is a triple now, which is 3, 4, 9. I am finding this quite tricky. There's no 3 here. So this is 4, 8, 9. I'm finding this really tricky. So where is 5 in this column? This is a 3, 4, 8, 9 quadruple. This is the 5, which means this has to be the 9. This is the 7. And that's because of the Dutch whisper thing I mentioned at the beginning. So this is the 9, this is the 3, this is the 9, this is the 4, this is the 3, which looks back making this the 4. 4 is low, by the way. 3 is low. 9 is high. This is not 4, so it's 8 or 9, which means it's high. The 9 makes this 8, which makes this 7, which makes this 8, which means this is the 5, which means this is the 8, which is hot. Wow, that was tricky. This is the 5, which means this is not 5, which means it's high. Now, this has to be the high digit because I've got all the lows in the 5, which means it's not 5. So it's not 7 either. It's 6, 8, or 9. And now I've got all the markings. So this is 7. Now, this is not the 8 here makes this 9. So this is a 6, 8 pair. And this can't be 6 because I've got a 6 pencil marked there. But I'll use that 9 to make this 6. Actually, it could be. That was actually a wrong pencil mark at some point. This becomes the 6, this becomes the 9, and I hope I didn't use that for something, because if I used that for something, I'm in trouble. I mean, I got the correct solution, but I had a 6 pencil marked in the corner here and not here, and I'm not sure why. Well, we'll have to see if there are a lot of comments about why did you pencil mark and then that I used it. And if that's the case, then that's a problem. Okay, thank you, everyone. Yeah, that was a very interesting puzzle and way above the difficulty that I am used to for this. So we'll see how it goes. Now, I'm going to have to check this video quite closely because, as I said, my internet died, which means all of my software would have stopped reporting back to base. And I have never had that happen while I've been recording before. So hopefully it didn't interrupt my local recording. I don't think it will have, but we will find out. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series and the puzzles. And as always, good luck with your solving.